All right, we are horned up. It is 1 week from the 2025 NFL Draft. I am Lupagus here with not one bar, but Coda. I gotta point the right way. There she
Yeah.
is. Coda, thank you so much for joining us today. 1 week. This is like the fastest the draft has ever crept up on me. How about you?
I know. I feel the same way. It feels almost unreal that the draft is next week. And I think part of it too is just the fact that like last year, we were all like, who's going to be the quarterback? Like, who are they going to take?
Yeah.
And this year, because of all the like off-season acquisitions last year and this year, it's almost like it's chill. It's a vibe. We're going into it with whatever.
It is way more chill. We got Davey OG in the house, FW Ender, Chris Olson, Madamida, Ellis Greg. A reminder, hit that like button as you hop on in. Also a reminder, get your draft prediction videos in onebarlupicus@gmail.com. We got a few already. And what I've seen so far had me giggling. Cannot wait to see what else you guys come up with. Again, winner gets a glorious trophy for your work. So,
amazing.
Yeah, it's one of the best damn traditions that the draft has brought us.
I love that. Actually, that reminded me, we're about like a year away from my first time ever being on your guys' show, because the first time I was ever on your show was because of the draft
day last year. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Insane. That's
we'll
so
be live.
Crazy.
Yeah. Again, we'll be live streaming all at 4 o'clock to the entire draft on Thursday, live streaming Friday, and then just vids on Saturday. So my liver is going to be hating me Sunday morning next week.
Getting it ready for football season.
Definitely an upgrade from one bar. That's a good compliment.
Aw.
Isn't that nice? Yeah. It's so nice.
Don't tell Matt.
I won't. Again, yeah. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe as you come into. We're not trying to get the 15K by draft day. It seems unlikely at this point, unless we have some kind of weird surge. But any super chats tonight will get you on the wheel for trivia. Coda, I don't think she actually won last time she was on.
No, I didn't. But I got a good feeling about tonight, y'all.
I lowered the line to win. You got to get 4 points. 4 points, not 4 points. Great, 4 points tonight. Okay, can you do it?
Sounds good. I can do it. Yeah, we got this.
What's with the crutches? You got? Are you got a hitch in your giddy up or what?
Oh no, about like, let's see, but like almost 3 years ago now. I was physically assaulted when I was living in New York City, and I messed up my right knee entirely. So every now and then I gotta use them.
I was hoping you're playing Tiny Tim Christmas or something.
I think a really good Tiny Tim. I'm just saying. I think a really good one.
I'm sure you do. We'll let a few more trickle in here. FW Under says, welcome, Coda. Welcome back to the show. It was a year ago that you came on for the first time, but I feel like this is probably are we approaching double digits of your appearances on this show?
Probably, yeah. This is either 7 or 8. Like, I've been doing this for a while. It's so funny, too, because, like, when I was talking to a friend of mine at work about it, and she was like, so, like, what do you do? And I was like, well, I go on there, I promote managerial malpractice, and then I go home.
Yeah. I was a little aggressive last time you're on. I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
No, it's great. It's especially now that I'm being proven right. Like, y'all doubted me.
Okay, let's not get carried away. Proven right. That's a bunch of shit right there. I was gonna apologize, but now I don't want to.
That's
Davey. He's from New York City. He wants to know where you lived. You don't have to give him your actual address. That's sick. But
no, you're good. I don't live there anymore. I live in Southern California now. When I was living in New York City, I was living in the Upper West Side. That's where my school was at. It was we had buildings in the Upper West Side and in Midtown because I went to school for musical theater. So that's where I was living. I miss it, but I don't at the same time. I'd love to go back and visit, but I don't think I could ever live in New York City full time. It just wasn't my jam.
I used to listen to a band called Midtown. You ever heard them?
No.
Like a movie. It's a banger. You should check it out.
Okay. I have to write this down.
Punk rock. I don't know. Emo. I don't know. I can't remember what it is, but it's a good song.
You're
not emu.
Listen to that Evanescence over there.
Don't get me started.
My Chemical Romance.
Hey, Black Parade's a banger. All right, let's get this bad boy started. We got 57 watching. Again, hit the subscribe or like button as you come in. Any super chats will get you on the wheel for some Walmart Lupagus swag, maybe something from Mini Grown, maybe something, whatever you want. Let us know. Not whatever you want, because we're not going to grant that wish. But definitely hit the like as you come in. Let's go to the Vikings' latest news, rumors, rumblings. And again, just a quick reminder, you can't trust anything you hear right now, a week away from the draft, nothing but lies, nothing but subterfuge. Subterfuge? How do you say that?
Subterfuge?
Sub-
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's a T.
You did worse than I did. All right.
I teach
Let's get into
drama,
it.
not English.
All right. So Doogie, a lot of this comes from Doogie and his recent stint on Score North. But anyway, he said it'll be tough for the Vikings to trade back from 24, just finding a partner. So tough for the Vikings. And we all want the Vikings to trade down, get extra picks, and maybe still get a player they want. But he said it's going to be very tough.
I'm obviously not, I've never really been Score North's biggest fan. I think there are multiple tweets where I've said some probably nice things, not nice things with them. This is probably the one where I'm like, I can see it. I think it's interesting because, like I was saying earlier, it's an interesting draft because it's like there isn't one really specific need that we have. And so I wouldn't be surprised because I can kind of count more on, like, there's more than I can have than I have fingers of teams that I think are like, yeah, they really need things.
How many
And
fingers do you have?
Today I have 10.
Nice.
But I just, yeah, I would have to agree. I don't really think that there's a good chance that we go anywhere other than where we're already at.
Holy crap! Handsome Adam is here. When did he was in a bird cage? It was super weird, creepy. We actually had beers with him, a Bears game a couple years ago. We weren't at the Bears game; we were at a bar in like Elk River, but it was awesome. We got shit faced me in one bar looking for the pool. We ended up in the janitor closet. We still got wet. Anyway, yeah. So moving on to the next topic here. Aaron Rodgers was on the Pat McAfee show today. He said reports of him pitching to the Vikings were false. Are you buying this? Do you trust anything that comes out of that guy's mouth?
I hate him. This is one that I will not be nice about with my hatred of. I hate that man. Quote me on that. Post that clip. I hate that man. I hate him. 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 I think I said on your show that people were getting on me because I was genuinely threatening that if he was on the Vikings, I would not watch us this season. I stand by that. That's how much I hate him. I genuinely think that, and I had said this a while ago, I genuinely think that the buzz about him joining the Vikings were from his camp. And I think it was a way for his camp to try and get these other teams that needed a quarterback interested in him. I don't think the Vikings ever truly were interested. I think there was maybe a moment where they were like, hey, we're looking at someone to mentor JJ McCarthy. And I think Aaron Rodgers heard the word mentor and had flashbacks because I guess he's got trauma from like the whole Green Bay situation, which why would you of all people? Okay, sure, whatever, dude. I don't think that there were ever negotiations, but I will say that I wouldn't be surprised if it's later revealed that his camp was the one that was spreading all of this, especially when you consider which reporter who is in the pocket of his agent was constantly talking about it. So I think he's trying to backtrack purely because none of these other teams are interested in him. And he doesn't want it to be like a hurt ego for him because that's the biggest thing ever for him is an ego. And so I think he's just trying to backtrack. I think it's all BS.
I apparently smell like salmon socks. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I don't think it is. By Dirk Diggler. Yeah, I don't trust anything he says either. But I'm not. I actually, here's the thing. Like, if McCarthy went down, like God forbid, like he had a Teddy Bridgewater thing, his knee blew up in an OTA in May, and we brought in Aaron. Fuck it. Yeah, let's see the shit show. Let's see it happen. Like, I would be all in for that. McCarthy's here. He needs to have every single snap from April to the end of August and then through the entire season. That's what I want to see. That's what the Vikings apparently want to see too. So that's why I'm off the Aaron Rodgers train. If we didn't have him, it's a different story for me just because I think it would be fun. It would be like Brett Favre coming back.
But worse.
But worse. Yes, but
so
worse. We got some more nuggets here. Tight end Stu Voigt will announce the Vikings draft pick on day 2. And I'm going to start on this one because the NFL needs to reel this shit in. When these players come up there and they start pushing their agendas and they go off on these long ass spiels before they, I mean, who was the guy we had last year who did it, who just took on, I mean, it was just so tough to watch. And I hope they like make sure they stay to a limit because when these guys get a mic, some just don't shut the hell up.
Play the music. Start playing the music.
Yeah.
Or even like, I don't understand why they do like if it's like a a legend. Like, sure, yeah. Stick to the fans. Stick to the heroes. We don't really need these like guys that, unless you're like a diehard of whatever team, because like half the time if I'm not in the know of that team, I'm like, who's that?
Yeah.
Why are they up there?
Well,
is it because they're broke, or?
I just hate it. Like it's so bad sometimes. Like I can't remember the guy last year. He just would not shut up. He kept like dragging it out. It was like 7 minutes before he announced the fucking pick. So it's like, get to the point, butcher the name, and let's move on. That's what we want to see.
Or if you're gonna do any tight end, do Kyle Rudolph. Do my man Kyle Rudolph.
Wow.
I mean,
wow. A lot. We got some old timers who watch us who appreciate. There it was. It was Ed Marinaro was drunk when he announced her pick. Was he officially drunk? Was that confirmed? Because he sure as hell seemed like it. God, I was getting so pissed.
Awesome.
That's so Ed Marinaro. I don't know who the hell he was.
That makes me like him just a little bit more. That's
Ryder, look at this. Cody, you're getting so much love.
Aww.
This guy can't even spell my name. Vic Ryder says Lupa Cuss. Big improvement over 1 bar.
And I'm not even wearing makeup. Wow.
Wow, I am. I got so much on. I still look like this. And again, any super chats get you in the wheel for a wonderful, whatever, some swag, maybe something from Mini Ground. Let us know. Still waiting for that first one to get on the wheel. We might not even have a wheel tonight, Coda. You just be doing trivia by yourself.
I can just mess up trivia tonight, y'all. It'll be great. No stakes this time. No one gets mad at me.
Apparently, there's still dialogue on Shaq Griffin within the Vikings building. Doogie said he'd be very surprised if the Vikings took a cornerback at 24. So Shaq Griffin returning to the Vikings. The dream is still alive.
The dream is still alive. I feel like if it was going to happen, it would have happened already. Well,
they're playing the comp formula game, though. They can't make any more signs.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because Quasi just said something about that with the backup quarterback, too.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just really interesting because
there it is. First one.
Yeah,
Woo! I ain't too proud to beg. Is that salt and pepper?
It's interesting because, I was very much an advocate last year when a lot of people were like, we need to fix the interior. I was like, no, we need to fix secondary. So, I still wouldn't be mad about Shaq, but we all know what I want to do with the 24th pick. So
yeah, we all know that. He was up and down, but I wouldn't mind him coming back, especially if we don't go with the corner early. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
He was good. He was good.
It's fine.
Also, there's reports that there are Malachi Starks fans within the Vikings organization. Another Georgia safety. Could you imagine Georgia safety again?
That would be nuts. I mean, I guess with Cam Bynum leaving, as sad as I am about that, it would be nice to have. Thank you, Ender. It would be nice to have that replacement for him. But see, that's why I'm also kind of I don't really know about Shaq Griffin, because it's we know that. Oh my God. I need to turn my brain back into football mode. Why can't I think of the name of our defensive coordinator? This is sad.
Brian
this
Flores?
is horrible.
Thank you. I got you, Coda.
I don't know why I couldn't think of. I was like, Brian. But Flores loves his safeties. We know this. We know that he likes to use them in unconventional ways. And so I feel like maybe part of it has to do with them wanting to see where things end up draft day, and if we don't get this beautiful amazing safety, if he doesn't fall into our laps, then maybe we stick with Shaq Griffin. Or if we we do end up, I think it really has a lot to do with draft day stuff. And
Coda, I don't know if you're familiar with Gary Balser, but he once made passionate love to his cousin. So I just wanted you to know that. He told us a story when we watched the Bears game with him in Elk River. Bragging even. He loves a good family. He loves a good family reunion.
Well, if he's from Elk River, that makes sense.
Oh my God. Wow. Anybody, I'm sorry for what Coda said about Elk River. Anybody?
I got beef with people in Elk River. They know who they are.
Oh boy. All right. Quasi had a press conference today. He said they aren't going to rush the backup quarterback, and it hasn't only been about the comp formula. Why they're waiting. So to me, I'm kind of coming back to this. I feel like with KOC there, with Josh McCown there, we're all assuming it's gonna be some old crusty dude. Maybe they're actually gonna take a guy at some point. Maybe it's there's Aiden O'Connell rumors, which we're gonna talk about here soon, but
Yeah.
maybe a different guy, like a younger quarterback who they think could actually win them some games if McCarthy gets hurt.
That's what I was thinking too, because when I saw that you had sent this, I was like, well, there's those Aiden McConnell like rumors spreading around. And I feel like with the way the team is going younger, quicker, faster, it would make sense that they would want another younger guy to develop behind JJ McCarthy.
She's not related to you, Gary. Settle down.
Listen, this is gonna piss some people off. I pissed people off back in his era anyway. He's still on my wall, as you can see right there. I
know it's not.
I wouldn't be mad. I'll leave it at that. I wouldn't be mad. Is it my first choice? No. I think if I had my first choice out of anybody in the league currently, like I would be fine with Aiden McConnell. But you know, if good old number 8 is available and he's willing, why not bring him home?
The longer this drags on, there's two things that are continue to get legs. It's the Aaron Rodgers thing, it's the Kirk Cousins thing. And you didn't say his name. I said his name. But I think there might be some steam there. Like, why else are they waiting? Like,
right.
I don't really want to trade.
It's weird. And like, this isn't a quarterback heavy draft. There aren't,
no, it's horrible.
So again, maybe it's one of those things that it's going to be one of those draft day, legendary trades that Kwesi always just manages to pull off. Maybe it's like a third secret thing that we were all kind of Josh McCown emergency QB. Maybe it's a secret third thing that all of us kind of just like have missing. I mean, I was really disappointed when Joe Flacco didn't end up coming to us. That's who I was hoping for, but it's weird because I think a lot of us Vikings fans, and I've talked about this in the past, when it comes to young quarterbacks versus, like average to decent older veterans, we get a little gun shy about the new kids because of all of the trauma that we've had and this like weird cycle that we've constantly gotten us into of like picking up these like 26 to 28-year-old quarterbacks. They do us fine for a little bit and then it continues. And so I think for a lot of us, it's just like, this is the unknown. We have officially taken a head dive into the unknown. So what does this mean? Where do we go from here? And I think until we know for sure,
Davey OG,
we're just going to keep questioning.
But also, you look at last year, Bo Nix successful, Jaden Daniels successful. I mean, the year for that, CJ Stroud was on a tear. Then you see Bryce Young, last year show why he was the first pick. So these young quarterbacks can produce early in their career. So I really feel JJ McCarthy is going to be just fine.
I feel like I was probably one of the only people at the time, me and Thor, who were so
Thor
hot
and I will
again. I'm not an English teacher. I'm not an English teacher. But like, and there was a very good reason for that, and I do feel a little vindicated now given the circumstances, and I think so many of us Vikings fans, sometimes myself included, we really need to let go of that toxic cycle. We need to say goodbye to our abusive ex, and we need to see where it goes with this new thing.
Gary wants you to know the truth about the Cousins situation.
It's still weird, my guy. It's still weird. But I love you for at least like.
Oh, Gary's fantastic. So the best part was like, we did a short during like the halftime, and Gary came out and did it with us. He's like, I can't do this. He's like, okay, this is Gary Balser with the Umbrella Pick a Show. And like he was like, what the fuck, Chris Berman here? It was like perfect. So, it was crazy. I love that. Oh, Gary's awesome. Gotta do that again. So here's what I gotta get into. This is weighing heavy on me. So first of all, before I read this next news nugget, I have to apologize to you. You brought up the whole tight end situation at 24 last time you were on the show. I made fun of you. I said bad things about you, your family, about Babushka. And I'm sorry because I actually think this got some legs right now. And Kwesi had a press conference today, and he said, from a number standpoint, tight end is a position they need to address. So, Coda, you're ahead of your time.
See, it's also, it kind of goes hand in hand. A lot of people were throwing me shade when the press conference last year happened after Kirk Cousins' contract with the Falcons happened. And I was like, oh, Kevin O'Connell looks pissed. And a lot of people were like, no, he doesn't. And then a couple more press conferences happened where we've seen him look pissed. And everyone was like, oh, wait, maybe Coda was onto something. I think, and I had said this earlier about why I think we'll go with a tight end at 24. As much as we love TJ Hawkinson, as happy as I am that we have TJ Hawkinson, first of all, yeah, we got rid of Munt. Second of all, TJ Hawkinson's production the last 2 seasons hasn't been the best. He's been dropping balls. Not to mention he's, after he came back from that injury, he was a little bit sluggish and whatnot. And I just think that this kind of is a twofold situation in that, one, we do need a tight end. We need a tight end 3/2 since we got rid of Munt. And two, it puts a fire under TJ's ass to be like, hey, step up and be better, or you're going to continue on your tour of the NFC North with the Bears or the Packers. At this point, we've had him for 3 years now. He should have locked in, especially after he had that whole stint where he was sitting out of OTAs because of his contract negotiation and whatnot. It's like, we're paying you big money. Now show us why we're paying you that big money, or we're going to give JJ McCarthy his best friend from Michigan.
In case you forgot, Gary, you want to know exactly. And there was rumors this offseason that they were going to maybe get rid of Josh Oliver, restructure or cut him. That didn't happen. So, look who's watching here. We got Old Cell Spice in the house tonight. Wow. So excited. She wasn't excited when she came on before the show started. She was just like, no, it's not a top knee, but here's the thing. We had Walter Football on. Everybody knows Walter Football. He's had the oldest draft site.
Is that his name?
Yeah, he changed his legal name to Walter Football. He's been around since 2000. We had draftseason.com. We were just a bunch of scrubs. Walter was the real deal. Anyway, he said the Vikings roster is loaded, Super Bowl ready. He's so we actually have the luxury. We could make a luxury pick at 24 if we truly want to. So anything is open. Anything is open, and that includes tight ends. So Hawkinson, I think his contract's doesn't it go nuts? Isn't it an escalator here in a year or two, or where it's holy shit, he's got to be restructured or moved?
Right.
I don't think that's what the question. And why would you not give JJ McCarthy somebody in Loveland who he's super familiar with? It makes a ton of sense.
And especially when we know that the Vikings are very comfortable with those tight plays, between two defenders in what should be, rocky territory that ends up being some amazing, beautiful plays. Why not get somebody that plays your game? He seems perfect for the Kevin O'Connell system. It just, for me, I know a lot of y'all made fun of me, but it wasn't just because I think he's pretty. I mean, I don't actually. I just think he's a good tight end. But it just, to me, it makes sense. And again,
I think it's pretty.
I mean, he's a little pretty, but we all know who my tight end heart belongs to. But it just, again, a lot of people made fun of me for the JJ McCarthy pick, and look where we ended up. So
no.
I'm just saying.
I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I treated you a month ago. We already mentioned this, but let's get into it. Vikings, potentially there's something floating around that Aiden O'Connell could be available for a day 3 pick in this year's draft. Aiden O'Connell, what do you guys think about him? I think he has a fun nickname. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But could the Vikings actually do this? And if it's a day 3 pick, I feel like they would probably trade a future pick. I don't think they do anything from this year's draft. Do you?
No, I don't think. I think it might be a really, really, really late from this year, and then a mid for next year. And when you consider that they've got Geno Smith, and no offense to the Raiders, but sometimes they make really dumb choices. I feel like
the Raiders do it.
This.
Shit out of them.
Listen, they made the smart move in keeping Max Crosby, but I don't know, off the top of my head, I don't know their cap situation, but I really feel like getting Aiden O'Connell off of their roster might be a good, and I mean, we've seen what Kevin O'Connell can do with Sam Darnold. Why can't he do the same thing with Aiden O'Connell?
Yeah, and
it's actually decent in my opinion. I don't think he's that bad. I just think that he was not in the right circumstance like Sam Darnold.
He'd be in a much better situation, much better weapons, much better coach who'd be speaking in his ear. I think Aiden O'Connell, with this roster on offense, this defense that we have, I think he can be a manager that's not going to cost you games. I don't know if he can put you on a back and win a game for you. I feel like he could be okay.
And we said that with Sam Darnold. We were like, yeah, he's a bridge quarterback. Like, it'll be fine. And look what we accomplished with that.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Look at this. It's Coda. Let's go. Son of a Beaver is excited to see Coda.
Hi, friends.
Sal's got a lot of friends in the comments. Sally, she might be the most popular person in the comments next to Matamida, who is a goddamn legend. So Vikings, these visits keep being known. And guys, before we talk about these players, but like you have to pay attention to the top 30 visits, to who they're meeting with, because so many players who end up either drafted or after the draft as an undrafted free agent signing have met with the team. So pay attention to this. Cal defensive end Xavier Carlton was one, and tight end Rodney Gadsden the second, also brought in this week. I want to talk about the tight end Rodney Gadsden the second. I love this dude. Like I'm scared his body looks just like Irv Smith Jr., which gives me a little bit of flashbacks. I was so high on that guy when we drafted him. But he's a pass catching threat. Like he works the seam. Like he is truly could be like, I mean, his blocking's okay, but he was like the main target at Syracuse. He's a son of an NFL player and a Rodney Gadsden, who is a Miami Dolphin receiver. I love that. I love legacy players.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a day 3 pick, and I would be very excited if we got him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about it. I think, I do 100% think at some point in this draft we will get a tight end. And it's kind of like you said, like the Vikings are usually insanely intentional. Oh my God. Intentional about who they meet and when and why. And so I think them meeting with these two players specifically is something to keep your eye on, especially when you have a lot of Vikings fans who are begging for us to get another edge rusher. And you've got me over here being like, what about the tight end situation? So
you've been screaming about it for weeks, and it's months, years, and it's something
since I was born.
Like, as soon as you came out, as soon as Babushka held you.
The second Kyle Rudolph retired, I was like, okay, we need to get a new tight end up in here.
Yeah, no doubt. So that wraps up our latest Vikings news and rumors. It is time to dip into this beautiful nugget.
You've got mail.
Jesus, that was graphic. That was really inappropriate.
Can't believe you would make that noise in front of.
It wasn't me. It's our friend Patrick Harms who did that for us. All right, this first one is from T-Bass. He says this: the Vikings have had a few positions historically that have had not just good, but great players. That being said, what position do you think a young kid getting drafted by the Vikings has the biggest footsteps to follow in if he wants to keep up with the tradition? Wow.
I would say wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like, of any, I mean, when you consider Randy Moss, Stephon Diggs, JJ McCarthy, Justin Jefferson, too many J's. Too many J's. Like, that's some pretty big shoes to step into. It's kind of like saying, for the Twins, like, where would be the scariest to step into? Catcher would be my first, with Joe Mauer. I also, just wide receiver, I think, is really the only one. Maybe offense or defensive line too, when you consider like the purple people eaters. But like, bro, that wide receiver room for decades has been stacked.
Yep, that was my answer too. Was also wide receiver. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, the Contrail didn't pan out, but like we've hit on so many. Jordan Addison's probably. I mean, I don't know how long he'll be here. He looks like a great one too.
Oh yeah, like not even just like wide receiver 1. When you look at wide receiver 2, Adam Thielen, Carter, like insane.
Absolutely insane. Next one's from Davey OG. He says, I hope we draft a top tackle to run either Darrisaw or O'Neal out of the starting lineup. Darrisaw is injury prone and O'Neal is inconsistent. Just my open, which I think is a cool way to say opinion.
Okay. First of all, I need to see something here. I meant to Google this earlier, but I forgot. Darrisaw injuries. How many times has this man been injured? That's my first question.
I feel like he missed a couple games before the back. Maybe a little bit. Not much. There's not much there.
All right, here we go. So I got some injuries. This is from Fox Sports.
Thank you for citing it.
So in 2021, he was out a couple games for a groin injury and an ankle injury. Then in 2022, he was concussed, which is not really his fault.
Control that.
Right. You just in 2023, he was out for a week because of his ankle, and then another week because of his groin, and then in 2023, he was out 1 day for illness. It doesn't say in those the 2022 and the 2023 games whether he played, just that he was questionable. So there is a chance that he still played those games.
Yep.
But I'm not entirely sure where you're getting injury prone from. He got one pretty severe injury, which I saw live and actually cried.
Really?
It was awful. I was at that game. I was at
it was a bad night for you, wasn't it?
It's a horrible night for me. Don't go to SoFi. It's a bad stadium. It's cursed. But so I don't know why you're saying Darisaul's injury prone when he really isn't. This isn't that entire.
We've been sending Davey. He's been winning on the wheel. He's been getting a lot of gummies, so I think maybe that might be part of it.
I just like O'Neal. Okay.
Well, can I take the other side of that? Because I don't feel like O'Neal's inconsistent. I feel like he's probably one of the more consistent tackles in the NFL. I don't agree with any part of what Davey's saying, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Maybe I'm like a little bit defensive of Darisaul because I have one of his signed mini helmets.
Wow.
But like the two the two most consistent people on our O-line that has very recently been upgraded. Like, yeah, bring in a young kid to learn under them, but I don't think that we should be pushing them off of the line just yet. I think they still got a couple of years left in them, and I think maybe bring someone in to learn under them, sit on the bench for a little bit. But
I'll agree. We need someone who can like step in. Like if you took a Donovan Jackson, a 24 guy who's going to be a guard but can still play tackle, that makes sense to me, and I'm fine with that. Or a swing guy, but like, no, I don't know what the hell Davey's going on here. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Especially because Dalton Reisner, I guess, on a live on TikTok the other day said that there are conversations about him coming back. So,
and he also said we're the fans are the reason we signed him. So, well done, fans. We have power. We have power. Our voices carry weight. In case you forgot what the mailbag's all about, it's all about this.
You've got mail.
It's about that weird moan in it, or
is it weird? I think it's kind of. I think it's pretty romantic, actually.
What do I know? I'm single. I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying. It's look at Scott Coleman's Colin McCorvey for backup.
Okay, I wouldn't be mad.
All right, here we go. So we got this one's from Nick Larson. He says, "Who are some guys to look for with our 2 later round picks?" Skull, our 2 later round picks. So we touched on one already. I'm going to say Oren Gadsden the second, the tight end. A guy I'm going to talk about a little bit later, but I'm going to mention him now. A guy I've really fallen in love with the last week, JJ Pegues, this defensive tackle from Ole Miss. He's not just a D tackle; he can actually run the football. And I'm going to get into him later. He's a guy I absolutely love. Other than that, like, I don't know. I mean, those are 2 guys who really come to the forefront for me.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, for me, like later draft, I'll be honest. The later draft is for me, like I'll get the ping and I'll be like, oh, cool. And then I just go on about my day. I don't really think too hard about later draft picks.
Well, and we haven't hit on many lately. Like, we do better after the draft. Will Reichard was a day 3 guy who panned out, but those are a couple of guys that I like, and we'll get into a little bit more. But like Jackson Slater, the guy from Sacramento State too, like a super athletic guard tackle dude. Like those are kind of the guys you gamble on. So again, go back to that top 30 list for your day 3 picks. It's a good chance they're going to come from that list. All right, we got another question here. This is from Lirum 243. It says, sucks that the time of the show is late. Makes it impossible for me to watch with the time difference. I think he's from a different country. So I'm sorry. I talked to him on the comments. I apologized. It's hard enough to find time that works for us. We can't think internationally here. I mean, we want to. We try to accommodate everybody, but
if it makes you feel any better, I live in California, so it's also kind of hard for me sometimes because I have to do math.
She just had lunch not that long ago.
In theory.
Would you have like a fucking peanut butter toast or something?
I didn't eat anything for lunch.
Jeez, come on, Cody. You got to eat.
No, I'm sorry. I was busy.
All right. Well, Skull Chant 2828 says, what do you think is our biggest need in round 1? Defensive tackle or guard?
Guard.
Depends what you're looking for. You're looking for a guy who could start week 1 or a guy who's going to have an impact and maybe is not a starter. So I think it's,
Yeah.
apples to oranges there a little bit. But if you're going to go absolute need, if you're going to define it by a guy that you're going to take at 24 who could start, I would say guard. I think that's probably the strongest spot where you could get a guy who could come in and compete and maybe start from day 1.
Yeah, I think if it's like short-term guard, long-term. I'm a teacher, y'all. Sometimes it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I had stuff to do.
You have like a granola bar in your drawer or something? A little Slim Jim you can eat? Snap it to a Slim Jim, Coda.
I had a donut.
Not bad, not bad.
It was a really good donut. But yeah, like
wait, stop. Oh. What are your thoughts on jelly-filled donuts?
Depends on what kind of jelly.
They're all gross.
What? I think it depends on the type of jelly. Like if it's like a good strawberry or like cherry jelly. Yeah.
Oh, look at Ellis Grigger says you gotta have Lunchables.
Shout out to Lunchables, man.
Yeah, they're so good. They're so good.
So
if you're gonna go biggest need and you're gonna find it by like a guy who could start, I would say guard. Guard. Look at who's that dude agrees with me. Look at, and also look at no one's a fan of jelly donut. It's fucking gross.
I mean, like if I got to like pick what kind of donut, I like a good like cake donut with like that strawberry frosting on it and like rainbow sprinkles. That's my order.
I actually like the ones that are like you get it quick trip. They're like the blueberry that like the blueberries like baked into it and they're glazed.
I miss those.
Or the cherry ones too that are that way.
Those are good. I miss those.
Know. They are good.
I need to move back.
But my body's a goddamn temple, so I don't put that shit into it anyway. Let's go to Matamida in 1997. He says this. Be honest, how many beers in will you already be when you start the stream on draft day? LOL. And what player at pick 24 or trade down would send you into an angry rage if the Vikings drafted him? So to answer the first part of this, how many beers will I be in when we start the stream? It depends. If I go work in the woods before the draft, probably 4. If not, maybe 2 before we start the live stream. There's only one player who'll send me into an angry rage, and that's fucking Maxwell Hairston, the cornerback from Kentucky. I don't get it. Why would we do it? We got Isaiah Rodgers, same type of player. We're not going to take another 5'10" fucking corner in the first round. Not interested. No, not doing it. Pissed.
When does your guys' stream start?
I don't know, 4, I think, or some shit.
Oh, so I would be 0 beers in because I work until 4:30 your time. So I'm 0 beers in. And I don't really think that there's anyone that would piss me off. I think if we got a quarterback,
Maxwell Hairston, suck. The worst.
That guy. Fuck
yeah, we
have
the smallest secondary in the NFL. Great. Guy's 6 foot. He can jump all of our guys. Awesome.
I mean, I think if like we got a quarterback, I don't know if I'd be mad. I'd just be like, why? Like at 24?
You said quarterback?
Yeah. Like if we got a quarterback at 24, I'd be like, it's like, oh, I don't know. Just taking an example off my head, signing a veteran quarterback to a really, really big contract and then drafting a rookie in the first round. Am I salty? Was that?
No, it would be weird as hell.
Y'all, you don't see the vision.
Tight end's getting a lot of hate here in these comments.
No, it's not tight ends. It's one tight end, and I feel like it's mostly because of what I said. Y'all,
right, well, we're gonna bounce back here because Musty Insane 166. He says, "I thought the idea of drafting Loveland was moronic." He says, "Now I wouldn't mind it if they traded back. If they traded back.
I mean, okay.
I don't think he's going to be there. I don't think he's going to be available.
I think he'll be at 24. I think he'll be at 24. I think he will. I think he will. Listen, they killed Cassandra first, is all I'm going to say.
Well,
Cassandra from
just wants to know this, a little bit what astronomy there. So that's really, thank you for that.
Speaking of astrology, I'm a Pisces. What up?
I don't even know what I'm one of those guys who are like both. I'm a Virgo and a Leo, depending what you look at.
That makes so much sense. I can see both of those. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Thank you. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I appreciate you saying that. I don't know what it means. Tim Boss says, doesn't matter who we pick, I will be shit-faced.
Yeah, Tim.
Fucking Boss, man. He's out your neck of the woods. You guys should hang out. He sounds like a good time.
Yo.
T-Bass or Montemita is a Taurus.
I see that for Matameda.
Gary Balser loves quick trip glazers. He also
And his
glazes
cousin.
family members.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
was
let's
gonna
go to the
say.
next one. Musty Insane 166 says Mono Warriors too overhyped. With the way the board is seeming to look now, who would be the best available secondary player available to the Vikings? I'm gonna say this
At
with Nick Mono
24
Warrior. Like
or
he just wants the best available secondary player.
oh,
I was watching like I hadn't really delved into this safety position much, but just because like I don't want us to go with the safety in round one, so I stayed away from it.
same.
And Monowari is interesting because he's so big, so fast. Everybody says he's Cam Chancellor, but also like with the athleticism, the speed. I'm watching his highlights. He doesn't lay dudes out. Like you'd think that guy that big would just be destroying people. He's more of like a drag down tackler. So I kind of agree, a little bit overhyped. So to me, best available secondary, if Jahdae Barron's there, I mean, he's the perfect Brian Flores guy. He can play safety, he can play corner, he can play nickel, he can play all over the place. Makes a ton of sense. He's my boy when it comes to secondary.
Yeah, I fuck with that. I got no arguments here. Also, to Gregor, that is an amazing top 3. Shout out.
Capricorn Sun Pisces.
Shout out.
Oh,
I'm
I thought,
making your entire podcast about
okay, I thought he was still in the Lunchables. I saw Capri Sun. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, those weren't Lunchables, aren't they? Or
No.
Raging Waters. Like, you got a Raging Waters one that sucks.
Oh
But
my
Capri Sun. Like,
God.
I thought he was still in the fucking Lunchables
Capri
thing.
Sun.
I'm so embarrassed.
Bye.
I'm super embarrassed right now.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, I got no complaints about that. I think yeah.
So Nick mentions Will Johnson. I was gonna bring it up, but then we just talked to like we had Walter on. He just like, no, he's gonna go in the top 10. So like I kind of like just fucking I'm
see
letting that dream die.
I think there's gonna be a lot of surprising defensive top 10 picks this year. I think the Eagles winning the Super Bowl the way that they did, I think definitely made people realize just how important defense is for whatever reason. Because I feel like the last couple of years has been like build up the best offense possible. Mm-hmm. And some people have been ignoring the defense, but now it's like, oh wait, maybe
Some of you says he says that Nachos Lunchables are goated. My kids were big fans of those. How about you?
I was a pizza. I love the pizza ones. Those
really?
were my favorite. Mm-hmm.
Did you like make one like extra delicious and then kind of the rest were just like scuzz?
See, fun little Dakota information for you. I have control issues up the wazoo, and so I was always like super precise when I would make the pizza ones. Like they all had to have the same amount of sauce, same amount of cheese, same amount of pepperoni. So also T-Bass, you're wrong. I would still love Colston Loveland, no matter where he played. It just is a bonus that he played with Wonder Boy. I'm stealing that. I'm calling JJ McCarthy Wonder Boy from now on.
Wonder Boy? God. I used to. Look at this. Ploppy says, I had pizza Lunchables today.
Shout out.
Why not? Why not?
The kids are onto something, man.
And they were delicious. Spoiler alert, Ploppy might be my son. So just, I don't know.
Oh.
We haven't done a test. He could be. He could
be.
The beeping noise. Apparently, I think my kids set off the smoke alarm upstairs, so hopefully it goes off soon. I'm really embarrassed about that.
Oh my god!
Yeah. All right, so let's get in the draft crush of the week, and this is going to be the final draft crush of the week. Last time Coda was on, she picked the same one as me. We'll see if she does that again or not. But I already mentioned him, JJ Pegues, this defensive tackle from Ole Miss. Like I think it was PFF's the best fits for teams. They brought this guy in. And not only is he an exciting defensive tackle prospect, he's 6'2", 309. He's got a great burst. Like his closing speed is insane. He's got power. He's got moves. The dude's also a ball carrier. And he's not just like the Don Terry Poe, give it to him and he just rumbles forward. He actually has vision. He has moves. He sees the cutback lanes. This dude is an athletic freak for his size. He would be like, you would take him as a D tackle, but he actually improves your run game. And KOC would be a fool not to use him, especially in goal line situations. The dude was taking direct snaps at 200, 300 pounds. He's got hands. I mean, it's unbelievable. This guy, I mean, I don't know why he's a 5th, 6th round pick. I think he'd be so damn fun. Last year, he had 42 tackles, 13.5 tackles for a loss, 3.5 sacks. JJ Pegues, man, check him out. You'll love him immediately.
See,
I think my house is on fire. I smell smoke.
Oh no! Do you want to go check it while I piss people off?
I don't care. Fuck it.
Oh man, see, who do I want to pick? Because part of me came into this thinking like I just want to continue to piss people off and just go off about Colston Loveland. because I think that would be really funny.
Mhm.
But I will not do that. I will save you all the heartache of listening to me do that again. I am in on Donovan Jackson for
Yeah.
the O-line. I think
At
he would
24?
be
Yeah.
yeah, no, not at 24. Oh my god, third day. Like a third day draft pick. I think he would be impressive. Again, kind of I know that you and I had said that if we had the choice for the 24, if we went with a guard.
Mhm.
But if we end up going somewhere else on 24, I just think Donovan Jackson would be a really good addition. I think that he could learn pretty well under oh my god, Christian Darisaw. And I don't know, for me, I always really kind of like the O-line guys that like get reps with the practice team and just like build their way up because I mean, think about what an O-line does and what their responsibility is. I don't want to just throw a guy out there ready to start day one. I want them to
Mm.
learn from the best. And I think Donovan Jackson has a really great play style. I think that he would learn a lot under Christian Darisaw.
Yeah, he makes a lot of sense. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't be upset with him if we got Donovan Jackson at all. All right, let's go into who are we warming up to late. So, like, maybe during the draft season. I mean, it's a long process. It's guys you don't like very much, but no, maybe some guys we're starting to warm up to. Like, damn, I kind of like this guy.
You know, if you had asked me last year, I think I probably at some point would have said Bo Nix. There's no one this year that I'm mad about.
You hate
And I
everybody.
think, yeah, well, everyone but Colston Loveland.
I
I'm
think there's a
fine.
bonfire going on upstairs right now.
Oh my god. I'm fine with everyone. It's hard when you have such a good off season.
Yeah.
Like a free agency period to like hate anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't there's nobody that I mean, if I had to like not just from the draft, I would say probably Tannehill, picking him up as a backup.
So you're
is
gonna go.
probably
You're
the
going
only
deeper
one.
cut here. You're flipping the script. You're gonna go with a free agent. You can go with Tannehill. You
Yeah,
like the idea.
I wouldn't be mad about it. I mean, again, he's not the worst guy ever. He's definitely been in a position in the past where he's had to step in because of, an injury or something. So he's got the experience. I think he'd do a lot better on our team, but like there's just no one in the draft that I'm like I hate you, go away, or like I'm warming up to because everyone's just like, yeah, you'd be fine. Sure.
Well,
I trust Kwesi.
I got a few, and I'm gonna go just a position in general is tight end. Like early in draft season, I was like, no, I don't think I think Johnny Munt's coming back and we're fine. And we're not going to do a tight end. And then Johnny Munt, all of a sudden, like early in free agency, boom, signs the Jaguars. Like, what the? Jesus, he was a hot commodity. Johnny Munt's off the board, and we have done nothing since then. So tight end, I don't love the idea of tight end 24, but if Colson Loveland was there and we took him, I'd be like, okay, fine, whatever, it's fine. Like, I see the vision. I see where you're going with it. Like, fine. So tight end, I'm warming up to. I think it's going to be a position we do draft, whether it's 24, 97, whatever the fuck it is after that 186, whatever the hell it may be. Another guy I'm really warming up to, and one bar was on this guy super early, but Ty Robinson, the defensive tackle from Nebraska.
Ooh.
Brian Baldinger did a breakdown on him, and like when Baldy knows his shit, and like you just watch this guy just absolutely dominate rep after rep. Super excited about him. I don't know if he's even going to be there at 97. I think he's actually going to be off the board. I think he might be a shocking second round pick. And also another guy, Malachi Starks. Like, I know the thought of taking another Georgia safety in the first round is just like horrifying. But we had Ryan Roberts on. We had Joe DeLeon on, a couple of draft guys who know a lot more than we do. They both said like this is the guy who's been like the most overanalyzed dude. Like everybody's just like over. And Kyle Hamilton was the same way when he came out. Like, you find faults in these guys just because this draft process is so long. Like they said, he's the most overanalyzed player of the season. It's not even close. Solid. Like he can cover, he can hit, he can play in the slot, he can play outside. Like there's so much you can do with this guy, and people are finding reasons not to like him. So if he was the pick at 24, I'm warming up to that as well. My last one is Jackson Slater. I already mentioned him, the guard from Sacramento State. Like, just a freak athlete. Like he tested off the charts. Like a guy that big, that size should not move the way he does. If he was the pick in 97, I would not be upset at all. So very much warming up to him. I'm cooling off on Walter Nolan, defensive tackle from Ole Miss. Apparently he's got some character issues. motivation issues. He's got some issues. We all have issues. We all have issues.
I feel like too, with like the way that Kevin O'Connell has made it apparent about how and why they pick up certain guys.
Yeah.
I feel like that some of that does definitely have to go into the energy that they bring when they draft people or pick them up in free agency, which is why when the rumors started about Aaron Rodgers, I was like, there's no way when you consider what they're trying to cultivate. So it makes sense that they would probably, if he has some issues, that they'd probably be like, but
Whoa, how did you do that? Did you zoom out?
Yeah, I have a wheelie chair.
Lucky. I have a
and
wheelchair.
A dog. Hi, do you want to come say hi? Come
That's
here.
a big old.
It's NASA.
Yeah, it's like a Great Dane, right?
We actually got her DNA tested. She is a
horse. She's a horse.
Yes, she's a moose. Close enough.
Jesus, my mom. We call my mom the moose.
I don't want to know why.
She does too, though. She does too. All right, so cooling off. Yeah, so like I'm also cooling off a little bit on Nick Manawari. That guy that big should be laying dudes out constantly. Just any cornerback that's not Will Johnson or Jahdae Barron at 24.
Yeah.
Not interested. Not interested. Trade down. That's what I'm cooling off on. Jeff Swanson says Brew Pub pizza fun. Boom.
Yeah.
Can you get Brew Pub out in California?
No.
Oh my god.
I know.
No top
potato either.
You guys get nothing out there.
We get In and Out.
Well, if you behave yourself, maybe we'll send you some mini grown in the mail.
Yay.
How excited Coda got. All right, we're going to do a mock draft here. I'm going to put the link out if you guys want to hop on. First come, first serve. I can't guarantee how smooth this is going to go because I'm not a technical genius.
I think it was great last time. I don't know what you're talking.
Well, here's the link. First come, first serve. I'm going to grab maybe a beer or two. Again, any super chats will get you on the wheel. Coda has to get 4 points for us to spin that thing. Spoiler alert, we're going to spin it no matter what. Stephen B, a couple of guys I really like. Malachi Moore and Quincy Riley. I like them a lot. Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm already in that.
It's fine, Ploppy. I'm pretty sure it's just a chunk of cheese fell down and burnt. No,
are they making a pizza or something?
Yeah, they are. They're going to ruin my Papa Murphy's and be very upset.
Rude. We also don't have those out here, I don't think.
Really? I thought that was national.
There's a lot of things that like see in Colorado. This pisses me off. In Colorado,
how many states have you lived in?
Oh, I have friends in Colorado. I
don't have any friends at all.
Dang, what am I? Chopped liver? What is this?
You're a cohort.
I'm only a friend when it's convenient to you.
All right, well, keep talking because I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I will tell all of you this. Did you guys know that they have Culvers in Colorado, but they don't have any out here in California? You know how mad I am about that? I miss Culvers. I had to explain to my roommates in college what I think I've told this story before. I had to explain to my roommates in college what a cheese curd was. They kept trying to compare it to mozzarella sticks. It's not the same. It's better. I miss cheese curds. Culver's in Arizona too? Are you kidding me? So they're just everywhere but California. They also we don't have Caribou coffee out here, which pisses me off so much because Loki hates Starbucks. I think their coffee's nasty. I miss Caribou coffee so much.
We just got Starbucks as a sponsor.
I love Starbucks. They're my
favorite. I'm kidding. All right.
Could you imagine though?
Hang on, I gotta fucking remove it. So we got Montemedia. Anybody else want to get in on the hang on, I didn't put the fucking link up, did I? On the draft. Let me find the link. Okay.
Every time you make me do a mock draft, we should call this segment managerial malpractice.
No, I mean you did it fine.
I don't know. I'm still waiting for my managerial malpractice shirt.
Yay. Well, let's get a tattoo.
you, me, and one bar. We'll get matching managerial malpractice tattoos.
There you go. House is fine, by the way. Just apparently my is completely fucking ruined. So
no.
Sounds like it. All right, so I'm gonna get this thing ready here. Just give me a second. Where did the link go? Anybody else want to hop on and do a pick? Otherwise, me and Coda will finish this bad boy up. T-Bass will have the first pick when we bring him on here in just a second. There's a link if you guys want to make a pick. Okay, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do the ESPN mock draft simulator tonight. We're gonna mix it up. It's not bad. There's a weird delay, like when you make a pick, but other than that, it's fine.
I
So,
hate that.
do you?
Like
How
when
many
you're
mock drafts
watching-
do you do a day?
None.
Well, it's a great way to pass the time when you're doing your business.
I do like one during draft season, and then I don't ever post it because I know it'll piss people off because I don't really take it all that seriously. I just go, yeah, sure, yeah, sure, yeah, sure, and I already piss people off on a daily. So
why do you gotta piss so many people off?
Sometimes I just breathe and it makes people mad. It's not my fault.
I don't know. It might be. All right, let me get this going here, and we'll bring T-Bass on to make the first pick of the draft. We're going to go to this layout here. Where is it? Boom. All right. I'm going to get rid of that comment if I can figure out how to do it. I can.
So are we picking for just the Vikings or for everybody?
Just the Vikings, 7-rounder. Let me get it pulled up here.
Can we pick for the Packers and ruin their team?
No. All right, T-Bass, let's see if we get you in the right spot here. Oh, look at that. It kind of worked.
Yay! Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Hey, real quick.
Oh,
Carl Eller, Jim Marshall, Chris Dolman, Jared Allen. You throw in guys like, whatever. You can't name me 5 receivers like that.
We already did.
Not on that list.
Randy
There's
Moss,
probably 4 Hall of Famers.
Chris Carter.
Okay. 2 Hall of Famers.
Yeah, so far.
Okay, well, the defensive ends have 3.
You know what?
Marshall should be.
You did great.
All right.
T-Bass, how are you?
Good.
Have you had any?
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm just.
No, I know you're not mad.
It's just a debate.
It is a debate.
I'll stick with defensive end.
All right, T-Bass, are you ready? We got any position you want to see. So just best available right now. We got Michael Williams, the edge from Georgia. Jade Barron.
Okay, who's the best available guard and who's the best available defensive end?
All right, guard.
Tackles.
Guard, we got Gray Zabel, Jonah Saviana, Donovan Jackson's there. You want D tackle or edge? What did you want next?
D tackle.
D tackle. Got Harmon, Sanders, and Alexander according to ESPN. You want to trade down a little bit? We can try to work a trade.
Who's the guard? What's the guard's position ranking?
Yeah, no, it's Zabel's 41, Saviana's 49, Jackson's 59, according to ESPN.
All right, and who's the top-rated player on the board altogether left?
Altogether, let me just go position. It's Michael Williams, an edge rusher from Georgia. He's ranked 9. And then Jade Barron's there, a corner/safety. He's ranked 11.
And who's the next one?
James Pierce Jr., the edge. He's ranked 16.
I'm not interested in edge this year.
Nice.
Go ahead, try to trade down.
We're going to try to trade. We're going to try to swing a deal here. We're going to make a trade. How far down are you willing to go? Like in the end of the first round, like a pick 31, pick 32?
End of the first round or high second round.
All right, let's look at the Eagles. Let's see if they're interested. So we'll get the Eagles 24. We'll take 32. Should we try to get 96?
Sure.
All right. Oh, they accepted the trade.
Shout out.
Hell yeah. Well done, Quasey. All right. So you got James Pierce Jr., Maxwell Harrison, Gross. Josh
No. That's my pick. We'll let other members.
Who do you want?
I made the trade. Let other members.
No. You can make the pick. Make the pick too.
No. I made the trade. Let others in.
Bye, okay. T-Bass.
All right. See you guys.
Looking good.
Bye.
All right. So, Matamita, I guess, gets the first pick.
All right.
How the hell did you get a purple Walmart in Lubbock show? I've never even seen that before. Did your mom make that for you?
No, I got that. One bar just said it was in the mail and it was coming. I was the first one getting it from the last time I won the wheel.
Well, you're the only person who has that, so well done. I don't have that.
All right. It's
I have
awesome.
nothing but a house that smells like smoke. All right, who do you want, Montemita? What position you want to see besides Doggy?
Let's see. Let's go to defense. Let's see who's on defense.
Oh, what the hell just happened? Hang on. All right.
You broke it.
I don't know what happened.
Hit make pick.
Oh, continue draft. All right, position.
Oh,
You
there
want to
we
see D line, corner? What do you want to see?
Actually, let's go out. Let's go. Let's go offense. Let's go guard. See who's available for guard.
Gray Zabel still there?
Take him.
Oh my God, he took Gray Zabel. Well done, Montemita. You are a goddamn legend.
Thank you. And
Next time
Coda,
we
I
need
don't
that-
know anyone could ever be mad at you.
Aww.
Wow, what a flirt. He's got so much riz. So the kids say these days.
Oh my God. Not
Montemita, if
you.
I'm ever in your neck of the woods, I'm gonna come see you. All right.
All right. I'll
yeah.
be waiting.
Show me your best kielbasa at your store.
Oh yeah.
All right. Sounds good, buddy. See
Bye,
ya.
Montemita.
All right, Coda, looks like you're up next. What do you want to see?
Okay.
Any
You know what? Let's see. We're in the third round. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those tight ends. Let's see where we're at with that.
Oh, I was gonna try to change the layout, but all right, tight ends.
Yeah.
All right, so all right, continue draft. Oh, there we go. Tight end. Harold Fannin Jr., Jackson Haas, Mitchell Evans.
Okay.
This is pick
Here we go.
92, so you're gonna get. Oh no, wait, we're pick 96. So, I mean, Fannin apparently presents value.
Let's take a look at I'm kind of curious. Let's take a look at running back.
Interesting. You think we're gonna go running back?
I think we will. I love Aaron Jones, but
What about Jordan Mason? Oh, there's some good options on the board.
there's some pretty good options. You know? Let's go back to tight ends.
Shocker.
Yeah, let's take Fannin. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, I love Fannin. I fucking love Fannin.
It's a good. He's a good value for where we're at. The fact that
He
he's
is. I
growing
mean,
so-
his knock is he's maybe not the best blocker, and he only runs straight line routes. I don't give a shit. He's an excellent pass catching tight end. Huge Senior Bowl. He had a huge Senior Bowl, so I'm very excited about him. Again, anybody else wants to come and make a pick? Always, I'm gonna make the next pick. So we have the next pick. So we got Gray Zabel. We got Fannin Jr. I would love a defensive tackle here. Oh, look at that. Look at that right there.
Yeah, let's get
Corner.
another JJ so I can be even more confused.
Yeah, right. So there's some options here I really like at both positions. I mean, we're sitting here picking 97 and Omar Norman Lots on the board. I kind of have to take him because, I mean, I would love to see him on this defense, what he can do with Brian Flores coaching him. So Omar Norman Lot is my pick, and I think that's a huge value. I mean, it really is. Look at the board.
I agree.
Even. All right, so we are here, pick 139. We have what we've taken so far is how do I see what we drafted?
I think we're just
We got Gray Zabel, Harold Fannin Jr., Omar Norman Lot. So anything you want to see in particular?
I would like to see some more corners. Let's take a look at that.
Some
Some
more.
secondary.
You're not a big Quincy Riley fan? Oh my God, there's some great value here. I love all three of those fucking guys.
Well, that's why I'm like,
Damn.
wow.
Damn.
See, but you'd be crazy not to get Quincy when he's freaking 84 and he's sitting here way down in the fifth round.
Great value.
Yeah, I say take him.
Mm-hmm. I love this dude. Super aggressive, good size. Very big, very high on Quincy Riley.
Ooh, this is actually T-Bass just asked what the Eagles used the 24th for. That we traded to them.
All right, let me see if I can see.
I kind of want to see that too.
It's a good chance we might lose this entire draft if I go back and look. Can I change team? Nope. All right. So he wants to know what they picked. Okay. Hope no one has Caesars because you're gonna probably get one here. All right. They took Nick Manawari.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so sad. Not sad at all. All right, so it's my pick, right? Oh my God, my
Yeah.
boy Jackson Slater's here. We already got a guard though? Shit.
Get two. Who cares?
Cody Bryant. I love Kobe Bryant too. Shit. All right. So what do we have? We have guard, tight end. It's our last pick too.
I say get another guard. You can never go wrong with more than one.
Yeah, but you also like to tackle tight ends before we should probably do it. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. Jackson Slater, I love it, dude. So Jackson Slater, boom.
Nice.
See what we got. Let's see how this thing looks. I don't think ESPN actually grades your draft.
Lame.
Yeah, they're chicken shits.
I like being told that I suck at things, man.
I know, right? You don't suck at
Tell me I'm
co-hosting,
bad.
Coda. You're fantastic. So that's why we keep having you back on. So here's the overall draft. You guys go ahead and grade it in the comments. So we got Gray Zabel at pick 32 in the first round. Trade down. We get Gray Zabel. That's huge. Harold Fannin Jr., tight end at pick 96, where we got from the Eagles for moving down. 97, we got Omar Norman Lott. And then 139, Quincy Riley. And then Jackson Slater. I gotta be honest, I really actually love this draft a lot.
I'm not mad. I need to know. I need to know who got him. Who got Colston? Is there a way that we can see that? Or do we just have to go through all the teams? I need to know. Because I think that's the Tennessee Titans.
I'm gonna say
I feel like he would have gone in like the 10s.
I think you might be a little bit wasted right now. Who needs a tight end? The Colts do.
Colts do. How are the Rams looking?
I can't believe you even talk with the Rams after your horrible experience at their stadium.
I hate the Rams.
I took Barron. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to figure this out.
Where did he go?
He didn't go here.
The Chiefs?
No, I don't know. So anyway, that was our mock draft. Again, I actually was pretty happy with this draft overall. Like, I feel like we got a lot of nice value. We filled some needs. No, I know you're not mad at all. Let me just get this thing figured out here. Coda, are you ready for some trivia? Last call for get your name on the wheel for some Wumbar and Lupagus and Coda swag.
I'm really good at trivia, you guys.
Are you? Are you though? Are you though? I don't know if you are. Or
I'm really good at Star Wars trivia or Marvel trivia.
I would smoke your ass in Star Wars trivia, no doubt about it.
Not even true. Let's do that. Let's do Star Wars.
I would fucking destroy you.
Let's go. Let's go.
Unless it's like deep sequel trilogy cuts, I would not do well.
Square up. Let's do Star Wars trivia instead.
I will take that challenge. I'm very confident I beat you. All right, let me get some names on the board here for anybody who did a super chat. Coda, talk about something awesome.
Oh God. Okay. Actually, some really cool things happening for me. I got invited onto a really cool podcast to talk about how I am, not a man and I do Dungeons and Dragons and football content. That's pretty exciting.
We just lost 50 viewers.
Sorry, I'm a nerd. So that's pretty exciting. And then for those of you who follow me on Twitter, you know that the last two Pro Bowls, I have been campaigning for Joshua Metellus to steal him shoelaces. Well, I guess he has been very aware of that because he DM'd me and said that he is sending me something as a thank you, which is really, really cool. I know we're best friends.
I'm so proud of you for that.
Thank you. Actually, I sent Lupagus the screenshots because I was like, look.
No, I was like, holy shit.
I do sniff glue. No, this is all natural, babes. I'm always like this.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Someone said I sniff glue. It's not true.
Have you ever done it though? I sniffed a black marker once.
Like Sharpies?
Yeah, the Sharpie. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and like whiteboard markers.
No, those don't do anything for you.
I like those. I like the way those smell. Or like,
remember like the scented markers?
I was just about to say those. Love those. Shout out to
eat your Lunchable and color your thing with the fucking scented marker. All right, wheel is ready. Let's get into the trivia. The category is 2 weeks ago we did 2022 NFL draft. Last week we did 2023 NFL draft. So guess what this week is? Guess what it is? It's the 2024 NFL draft. It is. It is. Oh my God. Are you ready?
No. Yeah.
All right. Hang on. All right. Here we go. You need 4 points. So if you answer without the multiple choice, it's 2 points. If you use multiple choice, it's 1 point. Understood?
Okay.
Question 1. The Vikings moved up one spot to get quarterback J.J. McCarthy with their first pick. With what team did they make that trade with?
Jets, Jets.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You got 2 points right out the back. God damn it.
I have pinned to my TikTok. I have my reaction to that entire thing too. So go to Western Dakota on TikTok to see my entire reaction to that whole shebang.
Definitely
the entire
follow
thing.
Western. Why are you Western Dakota, by the way? I always wondered that.
Because the joke is that I'm from Minnesota, but I live in California. So the Dakota is for the Midwest. And then because I live in the western part of our country, it's Western Dakota.
I just assumed Dakota was your first name.
It is my first name.
Oh. Okay.
But it's
I thought West was just maybe your favorite direction.
No.
Mine's north.
I live in the. Is it because you live up north?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Do I get a point for that?
You don't get much more north than where I'm at. Have you been to Two Harbors before?
I have actually. Every time I visit Minnesota, my dad and I drive up to Duluth, and then we go all the way up along Lake Superior, and we just do a bunch of different like hiking trails up there.
Oh, Christ, you do it again. Let's meet up at the brewery.
Absolutely, I'll let you know.
Be fantastic. All right. Again, this one's going to be a little bit way heavy on the hearts, but RIP to the Vikings' 4th round pick, cornerback Kyrie Jackson. Love you, buddy. Vikings drafted him out of Oregon, but where did he play college ball prior to that?
Ooh, because I know that he was in the transfer. I may have to go multiple choice with this because my gut is telling me Georgia, but I feel like that's wrong.
All right. Was it A, USC, B, Alabama, C, Oklahoma, D, Minnesota, Duluth?
No. Because if my gut's telling me Georgia, then it was probably Alabama. It was one of those. So I'm going to go Alabama.
I think that's the name of a Morgan Wallen song. You are correct. It is Alabama. You got 3 points. Well done. Coda, I think the chance of you getting 4 is very high right now.
Yeah! Well, don't jinx it. Knock on wood.
All right. Are you ready for this next one?
Yes.
Question 3. The Vikings moved up from pick 23 to get edge Dallas Turner. They acquired that pick from the Houston Texans, but what team did the Texans get that pick from?
Shit, because I know it was a part of a trade.
It was weird. I didn't know that the Texans didn't originally own that pick.
It was a part of a trade. I don't remember what trade it was, though. What's the multiple choice version of it?
Here we go. She can only get 1 point, but if she gets it right, she is technically a winner. But you'll always be a winner in my book, Coda. Here we go. A, Dallas Cowboys. B, Miami Dolphins. C, Tampa Bay Bucks. D, Cleveland Browns.
I know for a fact it wasn't the Cowboys.
Okay. All right.
I'm
sorry, I'll give you a bad option.
No, it's just like it wouldn't be the Cowboys. The Cowboys do jack shit in the free agency period.
Language.
Or even at all. I feel like it's the Browns, but I don't know what the
Remember, if you
trade
get it right,
was.
you're technically a winner, and the rest is just gravy.
That's true. How many more questions do we have after this?
We got 2 and then a bonus question.
Okay. Because I know it wasn't the Cowboys. I don't think it was the Bucks, which means it's either the Browns or the Dolphins. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
The Browns is correct. Cody, you're a winner tonight.
Yeah!
You are a winner tonight.
Yes.
But let's just finish. This is all just gravy here moving forward. Who was the Vikings' last pick of the 2024 NFL draft? Last selected player.
Shit. And that's not undrafted free agent.
The last
right?
player they selected.
Who was it? It wasn't Will the Thrill. Fuck, do I know who it was? What's the multiple choice?
That's what. Okay. Was it A, Michael Juergens, B, Levi Drake Rodriguez, C, Walter Rouse, D, Will Reichard?
I feel like this is wrong. Was it Walter Rouse?
That is incorrect. It was Levi Drake Rodriguez.
Damn it! That was going to be my second choice.
Fine, you're
It's
still a
never Walter.
winner. You still win.
I
All right.
was-
Speaking of Michael Juergens, the Vikings drafted him in the 7th round. Where
Mm.
did that big boy play college ball?
Oh my god! What are the? I'm just going multiple. Just...
A, Purdue. B, Missouri. C, Iowa. D, Wake Forest.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff about him being from the Midwest, but I might be wrong.
And you might be right.
Ooh, well, when you say it like that,
But you're probably
That-
wrong. But maybe not. Jeff Swanson says, Jesus, I know it's too late, but I'm still putting myself on the wheel. Actually, it's not too late. I can still do it, Jeff.
never too late. I'm gonna go against my gut.
That's the Elton John song.
Huh? What?
Elton John and Brandon Carlisle. Never Too Late. Great song. Check it out.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? How did we
So
get here?
good. So good.
I'm gonna go with Purdue.
Going Purdue, you're wrong. It's Wake fucking Forest.
Okay.
All right. Last question is always like, it's always trying to be a little more personal. Like, and I didn't know you were filming me when I made these questions, so it's not going to be personal to you. But anyway.
It's like you find my Facebook or something.
No. But which one of our viewers left the live stream watch party last year, right before JJ McCarthy was picked, right before the pick was announced, causing him to miss the selection because he needed to get more water?
Oh my god! Do I know them? Like, is it someone I know?
I don't know. He's not on today, but
Oh,
I can give you
shit.
options. I can't imagine you're gonna get this from a non-multiple choice perspective.
Yeah, give me the multiple choice.
So which player missed a JJ McCarthy pick because he had to go get more water? Was it A, T-Man, B, Patrick Harms, C, Montemita, D, Viking funeral?
Was it Viking funeral? That feels like something he would do.
No, he would never do that. It's not him. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not him.
Is it real? Okay. I don't think it would be Montemita.
Okay, you know the two.
Who are the other two?
Patrick Harms, T-Man.
Was it Patrick?
I'm not gonna say. You have to give me an answer.
I'm gonna go with T-Man.
It was T-Man. T-Man fucking left right before the pick was made. God damn it.
Could not be
T-Man.
me. I literally was like, I was either being filmed or filming myself that entire time. I had to pee, and I just
You let her rip? You just went in your pants.
no.
Oh,
Actually, I'm pissed because I wanted to film myself for the Dallas Turner one,
yeah.
but that is actually when I went to the bathroom. I missed that one entirely, and I'm still so mad about it.
Yeah.
So mad.
No, I get it. I'm sorry that you feel that way. All right, let me just do this quick. Yeah, fuck it. It's so funny. Actually, it's honor if you're probably not a member of the channel, but if you were, it's on the members bid that we did. T-Man gets up and leaves, misses the pick, and then comes back and celebrates.
Oh my god.
So good. All right, you ready to spin this wheel?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, there it is.
Hey, you learned how to get rid of the little line.
I'm so good at this now.
I'm so
Is
proud
it
of
Boswell or Bolster? It's Michael Boswell. Michael Boswell, congratulations. Hit us up, onebarlupagus@gmail.com. Get yourself some fantastic swag. Stop.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know where my hoodie is, but it's pretty cool.
Oh shit! I'm Coda now. I was like, I can't teach anybody anything. All right, guys, we're 1 week from the NFL draft. Remember, we were live streaming that bad boy Thursday, Friday. Send your video draft predictions for pick 24 to onebarlupagus@gmail.com. Huge thanks to Coda for filling in tonight. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know.
I love being on here. Let me know when I can come for the draft. I'm ready. I'm
Not invited. Anyway, where can everybody follow you?
They can follow me on most social medias at Western Dakota, sometimes with a dot, sometimes with an underscore. And you can find me on Twitter at Spitfire Coda, which is a nickname that was lovingly given to me by the one, the only Paul Allen.
Also, you're also the best friend of Josh Metellus.
I'm John. Should I put that in my bio?
I mean, I think you kind of can at this point.
And then he
Pretty
sees it and he's like, never mind, I'm not sending you that box anymore.
I think it's already in the mail. But we once sent you a Christmas card. It didn't get to you, so I hope Josh Mantel has better success.
I made sure I was like checking it twice, like I was Santa Claus, man.
I even wrote Babushka on the fucking envelope. I mean, you couldn't read my handwriting anyway because it looks like a 2-year-old wrote it. But anyway, Coda, thank you so much for filling in. Nailed it as always. Appreciate you so much. And Coda, when you're having dinner with Babushka tonight, remember, tell her this. The animal with the most nipples is the common tenric. Can have up to 36 nipples. That damn tenric.
I think she'll be really happy about that.
Are you guys having roasted tenric for dinner?
No, we're going to a 50s diner near us because it's my mom's stepdad's birthday. Or it was 2 days ago. So we're going out to eat for him.
That's fantastic. Well done. Thank you again, Coda. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks for having me on. Bye, guys.
Everybody keep your skull in your hole.